name's Julia.
And I'm Rachel,
And we're so excited for you to be on our team. A few of our friends have some rules and policies to share with you.
For some of you, these should sound familiar. You may have heard them in your agreements or when you had your interview.
But they're so important, so we're going to go over them again. Yay! So keep your tray tables in a locked and upright position, fasten your seatbelts, and enjoy the ride.
Camp Hazen YMCA offers equal employment opportunities to all individuals regardless of race, creed, gender, sexual orientation, age, disability, national origin, or veteran status.
Parkour! Parkour!
Staff contracts may be adjusted for the following. Any shortening of camp's season or sessions which may be caused by fire, epidemic, accident, natural disaster, etc. Or insufficient camper enrollment to warrant retention of full staff.
Staff members are covered by workman compensation for injuries received.
Remember, what you do in your downtime or your time off is not work related, and in this situation you'll be covered by your personal insurance, not Hazen.
Any illness or injury of a staff member which prevents the person from carrying out assigned duties in a satisfactory manner may necessitate replacement duties or change of assignments.
All prescribed medication and over-the-counter medication, other than life-saving emergency medication for staff, will be kept in the health lodge.
Under no circumstances will staff members accept tips or other monetary rewards from campers and/or parents.
This could be construed as an attempt to secure favoritism or preferential treatment, something this is not allowed.
Staff members must be physically and mentally capable of handling responsibility for campers and in a condition acceptable for the Camp Hazen YMCA. Sorry guys, it's a video for my workplace, it's all good.
Paychecks are issued every 2 weeks, beginning approximately 3 weeks after a staff member begins working. Should employment be terminated prior to the end of the camp season, salary will be prorated to the last day worked.
Staff members will not be compensated for full work days missed due to injury or illness. Ouch.
Wow, Rachel, that sounds like a lot.
We're just getting started, Julia.
Let's take a moment and see if there are any questions.
Wow, that was a lot of questions. But let's get back on track, shall we? Choo choo.
I thought we were on a plane.
During the season overnight camp, staff members will generally have 3 days off per 2-week session work.
Time off is as follows. 1 day from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., 1 overnight from 6 p.m. to 4 p.m. the next day, and at the end of a session from Friday at 8 p.m. to Sunday at 9 a.m.
Day camp staff will generally have Saturdays and Sundays off during 2-week sessions.
Day camp staff who live on
who live on site will be able to leave camp at 6 p.m. Friday night and must indicate whether or not they are staying at camp Saturday and Sunday evening.
If sleeping at camp, all the staff must return at 11 p.m. and be back in your cabins by midnight.
Oh. The dining hall and staff lounge will be checked each night by the leadership staff. No one, including support and day camp staff, can be in those buildings past midnight.
Support staff have one full day off each week, plus the changeover Saturday every second week. Leadership and support staff will have changeover weekend responsibilities through the summer on a rotational basis.
Other than scheduled time off, no one is permitted to leave camp without the camp director's permission. Other than time off periods, staff will be on the camp property either on duty or on standby duty, which is downtime.
On duty means having scheduled responsibilities for activities and campers. Downtime means having no scheduled responsibilities. However, you are not on time off and therefore must be available as needed.
Liam!
Coming!
Staff must sign out on the log at the camp office when leaving camp for any reason.
And must sign back in upon their return.
Any other time off or absence from camp must be arranged with the camp director, Kat Davis.
When not on cabin duty, all staff must be in their cabin with the lights out of midnight.
When on downtime, staff are welcome to enjoy the access to the public beach while wearing your name tag. It's close enough to camp property and the staff can respond to any emergency.
Brian to Elena.
Just know while at the beach you're interacting with the public and your action, behavior, and language represent hasten. Use of the public beach is a privilege and it can be revoked if your behavior warrants it.
The public beach closes each night at dusk. After dark, it's illegal for anyone, including Hazen staff, to be on the beach. Hazen leadership staff will be patrolling each night to make sure we're following the law.
Should we stay here?
Camper cabins will be inspected daily for neatness and cleanliness. Campers and staff cabins will be inspected at the beginning of a camp season for damage or other irregularities.
It is the responsibility of the staff person living in a cabin to report any damage or malfunction within or about the cabin.
Any damage beyond that of normal wear will be the responsibility of the staff member living in the cabin. Counsellors and other staff living in the camper cabins must not place a barrier between their quarters and main cabin area.
Free access to both doors must be afforded at all times. This is a fire and safety requirement. All camper cabins and staff cabins are off limits unless it is your assigned housing.
Staff must limit their use of electrical appliances to the number of outlets provided. We're checking this one today. No way! They have so many! Why do they have this? So you should have 1, 2, never this, and maybe just one here, my friends. You got the idea, right?
It is a fire hazard to overload outlets by using power strips or extension cords. Heating devices such as hot plates or heaters are not permitted without permission of the executive director.
Personal opinions must be in keeping with the character role, modeling responsibilities of a Camp Hazen staff member.
Firearms and knives are not permitted on camp property without prior permission by the camp director. Bows are considered firearms too. The exception, A small folding pocket knife is acceptable. Examples: Boy Scout or Swiss Army type.
Smoking and use of tobacco products, including dip, chew, or vaping, is not permitted on camp property.
Staff are not permitted in the kitchen at any time without the permission of the food service manager, executive director, or camp director.
Staff who have their personal vehicles must register them with the camp director and always park in their assigned spots. Parking spots will be assigned at the end of staff orientation.
Camp Hazen YMCA is not responsible for the loss or damage of staff members' personal property, whether in transit or at camp.
Anyone see my Berks?
The resources of the camp are available for staff use only during time off, and you can't use it during camp program. Hey, go Georgia, go and play.
All employees agree that while at camp, they will adjust their personal habits, actions, and lifestyles to the customs, policies, and procedures and the ideals of the camp. Liam, no phones, looking professional, please.
All public displays of affection should represent the values of what campers' parents would want their children exposed to.
As romantic relationships develop,
And they naturally do happen at camp.
displays such as kissing, caressing, sitting on laps, and holding hands, and exclusively spending time with each other will not be considered appropriate for public display.
This relationship must not anyway interfere with the job you have agreed to do.
At no time, and not for any reason, is there to be physical punishment of campers. Any incident of physical punishment of a camper may result in dismissal. Physical punishments is not the same as physical restraint used to prevent a camper from an action that may be harmful to him or herself or others.
Staff members are obliged to immediately report to the executive or camp director any incidents whether they observe or learn of involving physical or sexual abuse, molestation, physical or sexual harassment, or any conduct that adversely affects the morals of campers or staff.
Any staff member found in possession of camp or camper-owned property or materials for which there is no reasonable justification may be dismissed and prosecuted at the discretion of the camp or executive director.
Now seems like a great time to take a moment and process again. Does anybody have any questions? Great questions, everybody. What's next, Julia? Oh, I don't know. Alex wrote these cue cards. Oh, is that like the jokes? Yeah, I think he thought there were enough new leadership and new counselors that no one would mind. So creative.
Staff may only use personal cell phones, laptops, and other electronic media out of sight of campers during downtime or time off. Please refrain from using personal or organization-owned devices in restrooms, shower houses, or other areas where there's reasonable expectation of privacy. Please and thank you.
The use of photos, logos, or images of the YMCA or its programs is prohibited. This includes pictures of children in our programs. If you use the camp's name, including names of camps or other programs, in any such communication, you should Be especially careful to support and certainly not to harm or ridicule the YMCA's image or mission.
Staff must uphold the YMCA's value for the individual and avoid making defamatory statements about YMCA employees, campers, partners, affiliates, and others, including competitors.
Staff and volunteers are prohibited from communicating with children using social networks, including direct messaging through social media, gaming platform, or sending text message to children or replying to text message from a child. No.
If a child attempts to communicate with a staff member or volunteer via this method, a senior leadership must be notified immediately.
Employees and volunteers may not create web pages or accounts on behalf of Camp Hazen YMCA unless they had prior approval to do so and not misrepresent their work with Camp Hazen YMCA or Camp Hazen itself.
Staff are to report to a supervisor any other staff or volunteers who violate any of the policies listed in this code of conduct. Is that it?
Camp Hazen believes that YMCA employees have valuable insights to share regarding the workplace and our operations.
Accordingly, Camp Hazen YMCA encourages employees to share opinions, suggestions, concerns, questions, or grievances about our policies, personal issues, and or other workplace matters and Camp Hazen YMCA.
In general, the best person initially to bring opinions, suggestions, concerns, and/or questions to is the employee's direct supervisor.
However, to the extent the concerns relate to the direct supervisor, employees may direct their opinions, suggestions, concerns, and/or questions to the next level of management, or directly to the camp director of the executive director or CEO.
Oh, to share a grievance anonymously, you can do so by adding *67 prior to 860-526-9529, by dropping a note in the mailbox by the office, or by scanning the QR codes on the back of the staff workbooks. A failure to abide by policies or to carry out an assigned task, especially after retraining, inability to live and work in harmony with campus and/or other staff.
Any type of sexual harassment of campers or staff members, including inappropriate online behavior.
Medical condition which, in the opinion of the director, the camp nurse, or the physician, may interfere with the welfare or best interests of the camp, campers, the employee, or other employees. What, is this following on from something else?
Oh, hello! Possession or use of alcoholic beverages, either illegal or illegally used in camp. Reporting to work, duty or standby duty, or interacting with campers while under the influence of alcohol or drugs, other than as prescribed.
Misconduct on or off camp property, disrespect, and or disloyalty to camp.
Striking or physical discipline of a camper.
Refusing to continue job assignments during the time agreed upon the contract and or refusing to change job assignments in the best interest of the camp.
Such other grounds deemed in the best interest of the camp, campers, the employee, or other employees. Failure to immediately notify the director if arrested or convicted of a crime while employed by the YMCA.
Thank you for your time and for your attention.
While this presentation might have been a little bit silly, we take our jobs here at Hazen very seriously.
We expect you to do so as well. This is Julia.
And this is Rachel. And as we said before, we're excited to have you on the team
Just remember to have fun and be safe.
Wow, Rachel, I mean, you've really changed since we started this video.
Yeah, I think I got a little sunburn.
Oh, yeah.